they made you work pretty hard for that win tonight, Chris, despite a few injuries that you had to keep.
Yeah, no, it was a crazy sort of a game, wasn't it? Like, they were all over us in the first 10 minutes, and then suddenly we kicked 8 goals in the first quarter, and I don't know where that came from. I mean, it was fairly blistering footy once we got going. It's a strange game of football. Played at high tempo, not a lot of pressure. I was a little bit disappointed about that part of our game. I thought we allowed them to get too many uncontested possessions, particularly marks. In the second and third quarter, not too bad early in the first quarter and the last quarter, but and they had some misfortune during the game, and I hate to see that. I mean, I think Sam Powell-Peppers might have done his other knee, and I don't know what happened to the other guys, but I hate seeing those knee injuries. I've seen too many of those up here in the last couple of years, plenty to us, and he was playing a ripping game too. So
you say that the pressure was down, but I would have said that your forward pressure was pretty good there. It helped spark it.
It was. No, we scored well off forward half turnovers and things like that. So that part of it was good. But I'm just sort of looking at the fact that we've had 36 tackles. Not good enough. We've got to be better than that. So that we allowed them to get quite a few uncontested marks in the second and third quarter. We've got to be better than that. I mean, we did a terrific job with that against Geelong a couple of weeks ago, but tonight we're just a bit off, I thought.
Almost frustrating that you can, like you say, be so brilliant and then the game could have been over at half time if you maintain that, but it's hard to see the good and the bad.
It is. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't worry about how you win. You just, as long as you get the 4 points, that's the main thing. And coming off the bye, sometimes it's a little bit of a concern that you can be a little bit sleepy, and we probably were for the first 10 minutes, but then we came to life. So it was good in that regard, and they kicked them from everywhere tonight too. So it was a bit like the Giants here the other week. Don't know what it is about visiting teams. They don't practice here, but they come here and they can't miss. But as I say, we wanted to win clearance. We did. If they win clearance, they're really hard to beat. We didn't win it by much, but you don't have to win it by much. You just got to be thereabouts with them. And contested possession, we went down by 3, so that's a satisfactory result against them because they need to do well in that part of the game to win. So, some good things and some not so good things, but as I say, it was a dangerous game because, they've been playing some pretty good football lately. I watched the game here the other week where they beat Giants in Canberra, and that was a pretty special effort. And they've had a win against Melbourne, and they had a good win last week against Carlton, so they still gave themselves a chance to make finals coming into tonight's game. So they had a lot to play for. So we had to win the game a few times. They kept coming back, but we sort of responded well each time, so that's a positive.
And Zach's best game of the season, probably, you'd say?
Yeah, 5 goals and 26 possessions and 12 score involvements and a few score assists. That's a fair game. That'd probably be pretty high on those, whatever they call them, dream team points and all that sort of stuff. Not that I know what they are, but I imagine he'd be pretty high on that.
Was that coming? Did you see that coming, or he's just, that kind of performance?
No, he's capable of that. I mean, I think we had 11 goal kickers tonight, didn't we, all up? So that's a positive. But, he and Charlie got on the scoreboard as well, so that was good for him. So, but no, Bales, that was a pretty special game. He's a very talented footballer, and he's still improving.
You think, bigger picture, you're second now, a really clogged table, but you're sitting second every week talking about this could be better, that could be better. That must feel good. There's years to go through still. Yeah,
you want to keep improving. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I thought we played a fantastic game against Geelong a couple of weeks ago. We probably weren't at that level tonight, but the good thing about it is we seem to be rising to the level of the teams that we play against. So, and I don't think we've got too many games in the next 7 weeks that are going to be easy. So that'll be good for us. If we're good enough, we'll make it, and we'll make it in the top 4. But there's a lot of games of footy to play, and we'll just keep backing ourselves in.
Chris, with the bye coming a bit later this year for the team, now when you've like, I guess, come back, it was only like, I guess 8 games left and now like 7, like, I guess now it's like the sort of run home that you've got to,
this is the time when it makes or breaks you really in
Yeah.
terms of ladder position. We've learnt that the last few years. I think 2023 we might have been 8-3, and last year we were 10-2 after the bye. So, and that's up there with the best teams. I think it might have been the best efforts both years. So now's the time to get going. Yeah, there'll be a lot of teams trying to do that though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.